What is going on YouTube? Keeping on a brand new video for us today. On today's video, we're giving away the top five best SMG metas, SMG loadouts in Warzone. Now, yesterday we did a top 5 as a whole in Warzone, but this time we are doing just SMGs. We're going to be doing SMGs, ARs, and certain categories to where y'all be able to, if y'all do like it, y'all be able to actually be able to use it. But let's get straight up into these class setups. One of the main guns that people still use, mainly because the Vanguard guns, they cannot level it up. So most of these guns and most of the class setups is guns that I know for sure everybody have leveled up and one of the best guns in the game. So for the OTS, we are using the Groove Suppressor. Now the Groove Suppressor is basically used for sound suppressor, vertical vehicle control, and bullet velocity with sound suppressor, you know, effective damage range. And so it's all right there, your screen. It lowers the ADS speed, but that's not really like the problem right now. Now, for the barrel, make sure you put on the V, not the V, I'm tweaking. Put on the task force. Now the task force for effective damage range, bullet velocity, and straight speed. Basically making this gun 8 times faster. When the SMG, you want to have the most amount of speed, most amount of straight speed, so that way it could just, it's over. You already know it's over from there. Now for the magazine, make sure you put on the VDV fast mag, and or you can put on a 40 round mag if you do not like the ADS time, in my opinion. But it all just, you know, this is all personal preference on just going between that and that. Now for the red grip, make sure you put on elastic groove rip, and the reason why I'm saying elastic groove rip is because this is the best. This is the best thing when it comes to fish resistance, because not a lot of people actually, you know, not to control the recoil, but this is the most safe attachment right here, which is a serpent wrap. And then for stock, I'm always using no stock because of the sprint to fire time. The sprint to fire time absolutely broken if you know how to use it, especially if you know how to use it, especially when you know how to run. I'm telling you, this gun is absolutely crazy. So make sure you all use this setup for OTS if you still use this OTS. I'm out. Let's get straight up into the second class setup. Now for the MP40, yes, I did give one yesterday, but today I got you with my personal class setup. Now for the muzzle, make sure you put on the recoil boost, and the reason I'm saying that is because the MP40 recoil, not recoil, but fire rate is not really comparable unless it have recoil boost. So make sure I put that on. For the barrel, make sure I put on Crucinik 317. This is the best, especially when it comes to, you already know, control the recoil, etc. For the optic, make sure you put on the Crucinik ISO 2M, and the reason why I'm saying that is because this is a more of a closed MP40. This is all personal preference when it comes to the optic, but everything else, you know, is not changeable. For the stock, make sure you put on Crucinik 33M folding, and the reason why I'm saying that is because of the movement speed and the sprint to fire time. The initial fire and recoil is automatically countered by the brace that I have right here for perk 1. Now for perk 2, make sure you put on quick, and the reason why you put on quick is because you already know sprint speed. We need sprint speed as much. We cannot as a whole, we cannot be using SMGs and etc. without having some type of mobility to it. If your SMGs does not have mobility, then you just have the wrong SMG as a whole. I'm not even gonna lie to you. For the red grip, make sure you put on you can put on leather and or you could put on fabric depending on, you know, how much you need. You know, whether, you know, I'm saying if you do hit fire more, fabric. If you don't, just put on leather. This leather is like a more of a safe type of rig grip. And then for the magazine, make sure you put on NMM 64 round drums. And the reason I'm saying that is because self-explanatory. These 64 bullets, it takes away movement speed, but if you do feel like yourself are moving a little bit slower, this is the safer pick going on with the 45 round mag. For the ammunition, make sure you put on LinkedIn, and for the underbarrel, make sure you put an M1941 hand stop. And let's get straight up into the third SMG. Now for the Bullfrog as a whole, I'm not gonna lie, this is maximum movement. I'm gonna explain why this tiger tail. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through it from the front, and then I'm gonna handle everything else. Now for the muzzle, make sure you put on a Groove Suppressor, and the reason I'm saying that, because that is honestly the best suppressor as a whole when it comes to SMG. Yes, this does add ADS speed. I'm telling you, just put on this. Just put on that. Hear me out. Just put on that. Just put on that. Now for the barrel, make sure you put on Task Force. This is the best barrel, and when I'm saying that's because of the straight speed, bullet velocity, effective damage range, and the task force as a whole on SMGs is absolutely just beautiful as a whole. Make sure y'all all put on task force. Now for the laser, make sure you put on the Tiger Team Spotlight, and the Tiger Team Spotlight, in my opinion, is one of the best attachments because you get maximum movement speed. It gives you more movement speed, a lot of more movement speed. Now for the red whip, make sure you put in the serpent wrap, because serpent wrap ADS time, you already know it counts as out because we did lose ADS time. So make sure you put on ADS time. Now, well, not ADS time, serpent wrap. Now for the stock, make sure you put on no stock. The sprint to fire time. The sprint to fire time is automatically just crazy. Automatically crazy. The sprint to fire time is automatically crazy. Automatic crazy. So make sure you put on that because the movement speed just skyrocket. It's skyrocket. You are able to run. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. This is maximum movement. This Bullfrog is absolutely crazy. Make sure y'all try it. Let's get straight up into the 4th class. Now for the MP5, this is the safest gun ever. The safest SMG ever when it comes to actually performing good. This is the reason why I'm saying this is the safest because everybody uses, everybody have the gun. The movement is absolutely crazy. So this is the safest. This is the safest, absolute safest SMG as a whole in this game. Now, for the muzzle, make sure you put on monolithic suppressor. If you don't want monolithic suppressor for the ADS time, make sure y'all put on the barrel and put on, monolithic integral. Or you can put on the subsonic, but monolithic integral is the safest one other than, like the monolithic suppressor. And then for the underbarrel, make sure you put on a rig full grip. You already know the amount of recoil as possible. For the magazine, make sure you put on a 45 round mag. For the tac laser, it's all self-explanatory. This add ADS speed, aiming stability, aiming walk steadiness. Laser is visible. Nobody really cares. Now for the perk, make sure you put on sight of hand, and or if you really want to, you can put on a red grip. Or if you want more movement, make sure you put on FTSC collapsal. But I'm telling you, this is a class setup right here. This is a perfect, picture perfect, safest class setup right here. Let's get straight up into the last class setup. Now for the last SMG, we're gonna make this pretty much quick. We're gonna make it, there's a lot of the tasks. But now for the barrel, there's no barrel. I'm letting y'all know that now. Now the barrel as a whole, it just, none of these barrels actually works. You can't put on the rapid, but that just lowers the accuracy, you sprint the fire time, so that's just, it's just all like, So, it's all person to preference. But for the muzzle, make sure you put on the M1929 silencer. And then for the optic, it's all personal preference, but I am running the slate. It's all personal preference. For the stock, make sure you put on the Paragon, whatever how you pronounce it, my brother. They got that one right there. For the underbarrel, make sure you put on the M1941 hairstyle because of the recoil control and accuracy. For the magazine, make sure you put on a 50 round drum. For the ammunition, I do not run the secondary rounds, but if y'all do, make sure you do something else when it comes to bullet velocity. But due to the fact that I run LinkedIn, I really don't run, the secondary rounds. For the red grip, make sure you put on the fabric grip because of the ADS time, the sprint to fire time, and the hip fire. And then for the perks, you can put on sleight of hand. Also, if you want a little bit more movement after kills, and or you can put on acrobatic, add more movement to your gun. And then for the perk 2, you can put on fully loaded and or quick. And that's pretty much it for the last setup. Now that's pretty much it for the video. Make sure you all leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification button of this video upload. I will be doing more top 5 class setups as a whole, so make sure you all do that. Follow me down below, everything down below. Follow me. I'm out. Enjoy your day.